Welcome back once again to Danese Media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been keenly following up President William Ruto's tour in France, allow me to ask you people this simple question. Did Donald Trump ignore President William Ruto at 2026 G7 summit in France, Evian? Because as we speak right now, there is a clip of the video that is now circulating all over social media platform exposing on how Donald Trump refused to greet President William Ruto when he was greeting other presidents.
How are you? I'm good. And you? You have beautiful weather here. Kenyan weather. I think you got some news from Kenya. Hello. Thank you.
And before I play for you that video, allow me to explain to you in details the reason why Ruto went to France. Number one, President William Ruto went to France because he was invited by the French President Emmanuel Macron to attend 2026 G7 Leader Summit in Evian, France. Although Kenya is not a G7 member, Ruto was invited as one of the small number of guest leaders to represent African interest and participate in discussion on major global issues.
It is not done until it is done. Rome was not built in a day. Success is not a flash. It is built incrementally. And I believe that we are making the necessary steps towards solving some of the most pressing global challenges. And I think the mere appreciation that three significant things inform this meeting. Number one, global solidarity and new partnerships. There is a realization that the international architecture, the UN as we have known it, is no longer fit for purpose. This has been our position. And therefore, there is a reality that people are living with. Many people thought, for example, that you can solve global conflicts in days or weeks. We have seen what is happening in Ukraine. We have seen what is happening in Iran. So there is a new reality that we all must face, that a new world order is necessary that deploys new tools for engagement.
Why Ruto was invited? France said that it wanted African voice represent during discussion on reforming the global financial system. Number two, reducing borrowing cost for African countries, which is two. Kenya is borrowing a lot of money each and every day. Number three, climate, financial and sustainable development. Number four, trade and investment opportunities for Africa. Number five, artificial intelligence, AI governance and digital transformation. Those are some of the things that Ruto went to represent as one of the African presidents during the G7 summit for 2026. And before we proceed, allow me to play through the video that is now exposing on how Trump ignored President William Ruto during the 2026 G7 summit, because Trump greeted other presidents, but he didn't greet President William Ruto. So Kenyans are wondering that, did Donald Trump ignore President William Ruto, or it just happened like that one? And before we do that, make sure that you like our video. Like the video, you automatically choose us to support on what we are doing on this platform. Thank you so much, and you can watch the video.
William.
Yes, my brother.
How are you? You have beautiful weather here.
Kenyan weather.
I think you got some news from Kenya. Hello. Thank you. Yes.
Down there, please.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are we straight into the
Where are we going?
The other side. The other side.
Here's my wonderful translator.
We go there.
How are you?
Hello, my friend. Hello, my friend. How are you? How are you? I'm good.
So, thank you, colleagues.
So that is the video that is now circulating all over the social media platform, exposing on how William Samoei was totally embarrassed during his G7 summit tour in France.
We are in Evian, France, for the 2026 G7 summit, and this is the summit media center for the event, which France is hosting for the 8th time. There are 6 agenda items that include 2 major ones: the geopolitical challenges and the conflict in Ukraine, remedial measures that this summit is seeking for those 2 specific agenda items. None mentions the challenges in Africa. That includes the forgotten conflict in Sudan, the Horn of Africa situation, the Ebola outbreak, which is straining healthcare capacities of African countries, inundating hospitals and treatment facilities. President William Ruto is not the only African head of state here. There is Egypt's Abdel Fattah el-Sisi. Their projection will be key. At the moment, the G7 summit leaders are in the breakaway session talking about those issues. What comes of that is going to be significant for the African continent and the bewilderment that the challenges across the world have caused. The crisis in the Middle East, the energy-dependent countries that includes Kenya, and how those conflicts will be resolved here. Commitments, mechanisms will all be a watching point for the media here in Evian for the 2026 G7.
Evian. What was Ruto expected to do at the summit? We also need to go through that one. According to Kenyan government statement and media reports, Ruto planned to present African agenda. That was number 1. Advocate for economic growth, jobs and investment in Africa. Push for fair treatment of African economies in global financial institutions. Seek for reforms that would make it easier and cheaper for African countries to access financing. Number 2, promote Kenya as an investment destination. Market Kenya as a digital and technology hub, encouraging foreigners' investment, infrastructure, innovation, and business development. Number 3, hold bilateral meetings, meet other world leaders and international investors, discuss trade, investment, technology, and development partnership. Number 4, follow up the African Forward Summit, carry recommendation from the African Forward Summit that Kenya and France co-hosted in Nairobi in May 2026 this year. Continue discussing on the debt, investment, and economy reforms affecting the African countries, which is true. Why is the trip politically significant? The invitation is being presented by the Kenyan government as recognition of the Kenyan growing influence in international affairs and Ruto's role as a spokesperson for African and a global South interest. Analysis note that Kenya has increasingly positioned itself as a bridge between Africa and major world. Number 7, what is the G7? G7 is a group of 7 major advanced economies, that is Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, United Kingdom, and United States. The summit discussion global economy, policy, security, trade, climate change, technology, and international crisis. I'm just taking you through what is happening in France amid the ongoing G-Summit event. In summary, Ruto's trip to France was preliminary represent Africa at the G7 summit, push for finance and economy reforms benefiting Africa countries, attract investment to Kenya, and strengthening the Kenya diplomatic profile on the global stage. So I think I have defended my title. Yes, that why is it that Donald Trump ignored President William Samoei Ruto at the G7 summit that happened or that is still happening in France? And you know very well that Ruto did not go there alone. Ruto was there with his wife, Musalia Mudavadi, William Kabogo, the CS of ICT, and other ministers and CSS in this country of Kenya. The kind of money that Ruto have spent to go there is a lot of money. A lot of money. Hata imepita ile $500 million. So that is the reason why Ruto went there, and also went there to discuss this issue of Ebola crisis, the war, the Ukraine war, and Sudan war that caused the fuel price to go up in other countries across the Africa, and many other things. So this video, I didn't want to talk too much. I just wanted to give you some of the updates concerning to what is happening to President William Ruto while he is outside the country of Kenya. Kindly subscribe, like our videos, comment, share, and don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Thank you so much, and may God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.